When you log back into FairEntry after creating at least one entry, you will find your family profile in one of three invoice statuses. The invoice you are working on is still open, or in other words, it has not been submitted. In this case, you can continue adding, deleting, or completing entries on that invoice. Look for and click on the blue button that says Continue Work on This. The next situation is if you have submitted the invoice you were working on, but it has not yet been approved by staff, which can sometimes take a few business days. In this case, new entries are not allowed, and you cannot change or delete previous entries. However, previous entries can be reviewed. The third possible situation is where you have submitted an invoice and it has been approved by staff. In this case, you can register new entries by starting a new invoice, but you cannot change or delete previous entries. Click Begin Work on a New Invoice to start another invoice and register new entries. So then, how can you know when you log in which invoice status you have? If you see this blue Continue Work on This button, that means your invoice is still open and you can continue registering entries. When you are done, be sure to click Continue to Payment and then follow the steps as prompted to submit the invoice. As a reminder, once an invoice has been submitted, Extension staff will review and approve your family's entries. Until then, you are not able to create additional entries. Or, if you log in and see your current invoice status is submitted, you will not be able to register new entries. However, by clicking on Detail, you will be able to see the entries contained on that invoice. You can also view a compiled list of all approved records or entries and click to view previous invoices. Finally, if you log in and your dashboard indicates that you do not have a current invoice, you can click on the green button to begin work on a new invoice. On this new invoice, you can either register new entries for previously registered exhibitors, or you can create a new exhibitor if you have 4-H members who have not yet registered in the fair. In general, if you end up in a place where you can't do what you think you want to do or are unsure, click on the fair title on the web page to return to your family dashboard at any time. When working on an invoice, you can often click on any of the navigation buttons, even if they are not green. This can be helpful for going back and forth while working on entries.